most about the program is that I get to go to school, get paid while I'm there. I get to relate what I'm learning in school to what I'm doing here. Another thing that I like about the program is that I'm not just sitting at a desk all day long. I'm actually getting to work with my hands to create things, to visually see a print and then create a part from that print.
Hello, my name is Milton Gary, the president of SCHUNK USA, located in Morrisville, North Carolina. We specialize in clamping and gripping technologies. In other words, if you need a part held or moved along a manufacturing process, our tool holding, work holding, and gripping technology can assist. More importantly, our products help manufacturers in many industries: automotive, aerospace, medical, and many more to reach their goals and supply their products. There's never been a more exciting or a more important time to consider a career in manufacturing. We are here today to discuss high-tech careers and paths to reach them. Companies like ours are where computers, robotics, and machines come together. The introduction you just saw featured one of our apprentices. At SCHUNK, we are working with other progressive companies in our area as part of the North Carolina Triangle Apprenticeship Program, or NCTAP. Member companies provide apprenticeships as a path to a high-tech job and to a high-tech education. Starting in 11th grade, students begin a 4-year program combining classes at our local community college plus on-the-job training at the participating employer, all while being paid with full company benefits. Upon completion, the skills development in our program provide a quick transition into the professional world of manufacturing, an engineering degree, and a state certificate reflecting the skills acquired. In fact, it has been proven that apprenticeship graduates assume managerial responsibility earlier in their careers than those who choose many other career paths. Here at SCHUNK, we currently have 12 apprentices placed through NCTAP. Our graduates are guaranteed a job and fill positions in our manufacturing, design engineering, technical product engineering, and service areas. The manufacturing industry is innovative, exciting, and according to Deloitte, it's one of the most important industries in maintaining a strong U.S. economy. In the last year especially, we've seen U.S. manufacturing save lives as companies shifted quickly to the production of personal protective equipment and other essential goods and services. As we continue to see technology advancements like automation, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, it's never been a more exciting time to start a career in our industry. To explore deeper the apprenticeship path, let's have a conversation with Phil Layton, our apprenticeship program leader. Hi, Phil. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you've done here at SCHUNK, what your experiences are, and how you landed in this role of leading our apprenticeship program?
Sure. I'm Phil Layton. I've been with SCHUNK for almost 9 years now. I started out in the grinding department, then I moved into the turning and milling department. After being in all 3 departments, I moved into second shift supervisor. After being on the manufacturing floor for almost 6 years, I transitioned into a role in technical sales and did that for several years. I was excited when I was presented with taking over the apprenticeship program. There is a huge need for apprenticeship programs which have shown to close the skills gap by providing students with training in the industry and allowing employers to shape the future of the workforce. I'm glad to be part of the effort here at SCHUNK, and I'm ready to create some excitement about manufacturing, the same excitement that drew me to manufacturing. I'm glad that SCHUNK is providing skills and on-job training for these apprentices to take with them their whole career.
Well, Phil, for sure, we're also glad to have you here and leading this program because what you just said is so important. It's absolutely right. So I think for our viewers, they're probably thinking, what does an apprentice do in a day? What is the day in the life? They hit the door, they have to balance school, they have to balance what's going on here at work and throughout the 4-year program. Can you just walk us through how are they able to manage it all?
For sure. With our apprentices, they work hand in hand with the apprentices or the employees that we have on the shop floor. Like our first year apprentices, they're working on filing projects at our dedicated apprentice workbench. that has 6 stations for them to work at. They'll work on their filing projects. When they finish their filing projects there, they'll move on to the manual lathe and the manual milling projects that we have in the apprentice area. Typically, like a second-year apprentice will be working on production with their mentors and running production CNC machines. Once they get through that, then what they'll do is they'll go back into our CNC lathe and CNC 3-axis mill that we have dedicated for them in the apprentice area, and they'll start to work on semi-standards and specials. The good thing about the program too is that it allows for them to go into elective areas. Right now we have an apprentice in design, technical sales, and then we'll have another one that will be transitioning into design engineering.
That's a great segue, and I think talking about where this apprentice is working now in technical sales and design engineering, and I know one was recently working in there, it just finished not too long ago. We signed 5 new apprentices in 2020, and the program is growing rapidly. You're getting ready to start a pre-apprenticeship program. That's a little hard to say, a lot of long words, and sign more for 2021. So then this is going to grow this program to over 20 apprentices. So how do you see that with such a great opportunity? How do you see them going throughout the company? How do you see this experience kind of building on those careers?
It was great. We just got finished with our orientation. We've chosen 5 new apprentices to go through summer for the pre-apprenticeship program. It's good to see that progress of them. They can start out, and then as they progress, they start to see where they can fit in within SCHUNK, and then we can offer them a career path and to get them to those areas that they would really want to succeed in.
Awesome. So Phil, these 20 apprentices, they're coming out, they're graduating, and they're selecting careers in the technical sales or design engineering or many other areas, manufacturing within the company. How does the growth of the program kind of reflect the increased interest in careers in manufacturing from young people and young adults? And amongst those incoming students, do they see this as a great opportunity?
They do see it as a great opportunity. I was really surprised when I started the process this year and becoming apprentice mentor that they do see that's a goal that they want to succeed in. They see the opportunities that we can present to them, and they're excited about their career path.
So, to our audience and, to students and prospective new apprentices, how should they get started? What can they do? What would put them on a path? What's your advice for them?
There's a couple good websites out there. nctap.org we use quite a bit. That'll give them the underlying the fundamentals of what the apprentice program really offers. The biggest thing that they can do would probably talk to their CDCs in their school, and then that way that would open up the apprenticeship program for other avenues that they would want to go down through.
So, Phil, I want to thank you because I think, for us and our company, this is so interesting, and for our students and for all the people that are on this path, it is very exciting. And I appreciate what you shared with us. I think we're going to turn it over to a few apprentices and let them tell the audience their experience. And so let's pass it to them.
Thanks, Milton.
Thank you.
I'm Andrea Palachek, and I'm a first-year apprentice here at SCHUNK. I chose an apprenticeship over traditional college because my family and I believe that it's better to go into a trade. I mean, I still believe in school, and I'm going to continue going to school, but we believe that also learning the trade will help you get a better start outside of college, because nowadays we come out with a degree, but we don't know exactly how to put what we learned into what we do. The factors that made me decide on SCHUNK was I was actually at school in an engineering academy, and I had to get an internship, and I had a friend who worked here through the program, and I decided to intern here and see what SCHUNK was about before I decided to actually go into the program, because I saw it was just a better fit for me instead of going straight to school, because I could actually learn more about the field of engineering and see if I was truly actually interested in it before going to actual school to do it. the application process is mostly will come to your school and they'll see if you're interested. You'll then go to orientation and you get to go and tour a bunch of different companies throughout the NC TAP program. I chose SCHUNK over the rest because I just interned here and I thought it was the best. You then wait to hear back to see if you got into the pre-apprenticeship, which is a lot of fun because you get to learn a bit more. And then after the pre-apprenticeship, you also get paid, which is my first job, so I enjoyed it. And then after the pre-apprenticeship, you get to wait and see if you're selected for the apprenticeship, where you come in and you get to learn a lot more and see if it's a fit for you. A typical normal day is, since I'm a full-time worker, I'll come in at 6:30 and I'll go right into my small work area and start working on a manual balancer, because right now our automatic balancer is down, but it's giving me the time and the knowledge of learning actually how the automatic would work manually. I'm getting to use my hands and actually know how the balancer works part by part instead of just letting a machine do it.
I'm Braden Douglas. I'm second year in the apprenticeship program. I chose the apprenticeship over traditional college or going straight into the workforce because it's more focused on one thing, and I get to be hands-on and do book work, both. Sometimes it can be difficult to juggle schoolwork and work at the same time, but I've learned to work with it.
So my name's Connor, and I am graduated from the apprenticeship. I've been out for a little over half a year now. When I was finishing up high school, I wasn't entirely sure what I kind of wanted to do with my life afterwards. And so I kind of had toyed with the idea of just community college or going to a four-year university. But when I found out about an apprenticeship, it just sounded, right up my alley. I already kind of liked working with my hands and, tinkering with stuff. So finding out that I could do that on a larger scale for a living was just really appealing to me. I think working while I was in school and, going to school while I was working was really beneficial for me in both departments, because the stuff that I would learn at school, I could come to work and then apply, and the stuff that I would see here and maybe not have a full understanding of, I would then go to class and, we would study it. So, one would kind of help with the other. And so I always was really thankful that I got to work here and go to school at the same time to kind of further my knowledge with both. I think that they should just come and check it out. I feel like there's a lot of negative connotations that go along with manufacturing and working in a trade, that it's dirty and dangerous, but I mean it's really evolved over the last 20-ish years, where it's nothing like that anymore. And I think a lot more people would be interested in this kind of profession than even realize, just because they don't even know it's an option. I know not having college debt is a huge benefit. I've got a couple friends who are just getting out of a four-year university now, trying to figure out how they're going to get a job in this market and how they're going to pay back all the loans for their last 4 years of school. So I think that is the biggest thing, is that I can just start my career with a blank slate. I don't have to worry about trying to pay off the last 4 years of my life, which is hugely beneficial, I think. I mean, it's definitely a challenge, coming right out of high school and, you jump right into the workforce. It's definitely an adjustment, and it's been a challenge, but I think it's been a fun challenge to try to rise to try to, get to work with professionals in this industry and try to do the best that I can and learn as much from them as I can while I'm here. So it's been challenging, but it's been a really rewarding challenge, I feel like.
I'm Dylan Beckwith. I am a 2018 graduate, so I've been graduated for a couple years now. So the reason I chose the apprenticeship program was because I wanted to get a head start on life. I wanted to
not be in debt. I wanted to be able to just live my life and not have to worry about the money side of it. I know everybody wants to go to a four-year college. I know everybody, that's the norm now, but give it a chance. It's definitely got its upsides. Like I said, you know, you're going to college without any debt. You get a great work experience. You get 4 years of experience, and you kind of hit the ground running with your career. Definitely going from being a high school student to having a full-time job. It was a lot harder to manage your time, to be dependent, to have someone dependent on you, to be on time at work, to get stuff done. It was definitely a culture shock for sure.
What I like most about the apprenticeship is probably everything, mainly because it's all appealing to me, you know, and I'm very happy where I am. Everything is enjoyable. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's a great feeling to have.
I was most excited about basically free college and education. Getting out in the real world early in my career was kind of what I had my heart set on. So that was really important to me, making money, meeting new people, networking, and that kind of thing. I've grown so much, I've learned so much. There's so many opportunities here. I can really jump around, like different locations in the warehouse, learn so many different things.
I'd say to other high schoolers who are considering the program is to shoot your shot, just go for it. It is a very competitive program, but also there's not a lot of kids who know about it. There's not a lot of kids that are really willing to put in the work. And now, having been in the program for 2 going on 3 years, I have guys I graduated high school with that are coming and working in our shipping department, saying they wish that they had gone the path that we've gone and have school paid for and have a guaranteed job and things like that.